What is up, my wasteless wonder? How are you? A quick review of what's happened last month and what we're going to achieve this month. First and foremost, I want to say a massive shout out and welcome to our newest Patreon supporters, Christine, Robin, and Anne. So, hi guys, thank you for joining the team. We do consider you as part of the team. I consider you as part of the team. Every single Patreon that we get is one step closer towards me being able to quit my day job, which is just labor work at the moment, and go back to what I'm truly passionate about, what I find fulfilling, and that is helping community and our environment to make the world a more equitable and wasteless place. Just to be clear as well, for those new patrons and any of our patrons who aren't clear on this, any of the financial support that you're currently helping with isn't actually going towards paying me. I still have my full-time job, and that's what I pay my bills and my life expenses from. Your support is going towards helping fund things like the development of the website, a podcast, a whole bunch of different projects. And the goal is to eventually get those projects into a position where they are 100% self-sustaining. Now, we have got some projects that are already in that situation, but we want to grow them. In fact, one of the things that we're going to work on this week, or this month, coming up is a page on the website that we're currently rebuilding, which is all about our projects, what we've done in the past, what we're currently doing, and what we plan to do in the future. It's been a tough month for Bocas del Toro. If you don't know, Bocas del Toro is a beautiful island community in the Caribbean in the north of Panama. That's where we started our sort of plastic pollution solution, helping to support the community with their waste problem, which also then led on to some other great environmental projects like the Lionfish project. Again, there'll be some complete bios and write-ups of these projects coming soon on the website, so stay tuned for that. But unfortunately, in the main town of Bocas this month, there was a horrible fire that consumed multiple buildings in the center of town, businesses, homes, and my heart, in fact, as I'm talking about this, it's actually getting my heart, I can feel my heart racing, and there's no words to really describe the sorrow and the pain that I feel for everyone that's involved there. As someone who has experienced having a very large part of our project, the plastic lumber factory that we worked so hard to get set up and was supported by so many people within the community, my friends, my family donated and gave money for me to get the team, for us to get that project going. And so when that burnt down, it was just the most horrific feeling, and kind of, was a big part of the reason why I had to come back to my home country. And I can truly understand the pain that a lot of these people are going through right now. And so first and foremost, I want to send out, if anyone does from the community that's experienced those fires does end up seeing this video, I just want to say, thank God no one was hurt. That's the most important thing. My condolences. Really, I'm sorry that it's happened, and I hope that there's some good that can come out of that. I know for me it's been a journey to try and find the good that came out of the fire that happened to us in 2022, but it's taken me just over 12 months, but I'm certainly seeing the brighter side and some of the valuable lessons that I was able to learn through that whole experience. So chin up, and my condolences. Bocas has been going through a rough month. Those fires, they're also doing a whole bunch of development, if you want to call it that, in Bocas, and it's part of the reason why I really want to be able to support the sustainable development of Bocas del Toro. It's a beautiful place. Ecologically, it's an extremely valuable place, like many other parts of the world. Unfortunately, it's being sort of exploited in a way that's very short-minded. And I've seen a lot of the destruction of the beaches and the roads, leading to all sorts of environmental issues, cutting down lots of trees, the electricity wires, killing lots of animals, and it just really breaks my heart. And I want to be able to get myself back into a position where I can continue supporting those conservationists, those environmentally conscious people who are trying to help maintain the beauty that is Bocas del Toro. I was fortunate enough this month to be able to be in communication with some of the leaders from the Keep Cardenero Clean crew team that I helped set up in Bocas del Toro. Essentially, that's a group of business leaders and community leaders that are helping to manage a project where we've got some public recycling bins set up, and a weekly, bi-weekly cleanup of that island, where the island gets cleaned, but also the bins that we've got placed strategically around the island are emptied, and any rubbish is taken to the local rubbish tip, and the recycling is taken to the recycling center that we helped to set up. So that was really nice knowing that that's still functioning well. JP is really doing a great job at leading that project. I'm excited to sit down with him and some of the other leaders, virtually of course, to talk about how Wasteless World can continue to support the development of waste management and conservation within Cardenero, one of the main islands in Bocas del Toro, and for the community as a whole. So, reconnecting with some of the leaders from that project and just seeing how that's going was really refreshing. Something else we've achieved this month, which is a huge milestone for Wasteless World, is setting up a business account. We tried for years in Bocas del Toro in Panama to set that up, but just because of the Panama Papers and sadly the fact that we don't have any native Panamanians within our directors for the project, it was a real struggle to set up any bank accounts in Panama. They make it very hard, and for good reason. There's a lot of bad history in banking with Panama and all that sort of stuff, but sadly it made it really hard for us to operate and set up good business systems there. So a lot of our sort of transactions were done with cash, and it made it really hard to sort of do all the accounting. We had to do a lot of things by hand, manually, and just with the minimal resources that we had, it made things a little bit messy, it makes it harder to be able to get support from people when you don't have. It's like a bit of a catch-22. You got to make sure you can show everyone where funds are coming from, where they're going to. But when you're working with volunteers who are very ad hoc and they're doing everything out of their goodwill, sometimes they forget to get receipts when you send them to go and buy things, and so it was a challenge. And also the time that's involved in recording all of this stuff as well requires more resources. So again, catch-22, but I'm trying to work on that. Now, anyone who is a Patreon supporter will have access to that Excel spreadsheet, just as a way of being completely transparent, so that you guys can see exactly where your funds or your support's being directed. So that's going to be something I'll be uploading into our Patreon page. So anyone who is a financial supporter of the project will also have access to that live document to see exactly where funds are being spent as well. Was also able to register the Wasteless World name as a business name in Australia for tax purposes for all of the future sort of business activities that we're going to be doing, including including Patreon. I haven't actually withdrawn any of the funds yet from the Patreon account. I wanted to make sure I set up the bank account and everything first to be able to then transfer that into there and keep that nice and clean. This week I've been really enjoying the creative process of actually designing some t-shirts. If you're not following us on Instagram, please do. Of course, as well, another great way to support, that's a cost-free way to support the project, is by subscribing to the YouTube channel, which this video will obviously be on the YouTube channel, so make sure you do press the subscribe and click for notifications so that you're updated every time there's a new video. This month, I've also had a lot of effort in research and development for the podcast. So my goal this month is actually to set the podcast up and have the first episode launched. But I just want to say a big shout out to Rachel, who's been a massive inspiration and support and keeping me motivated to get that going. We're looking at purchasing some of the equipment we need this week, so the microphone and all that sort of stuff. And she's been an absolute angel in terms of keeping me inspired and on track. So thank you, Rachel. And yeah, lots of personal growth this month. It's been an incredible month. I'm super excited to be back in my full swing and inspired to be able to go back out and give that love and energy to the rest of the world and to the Wasteless World project. Goals for this week and this month. as I said, I want to add the live Excel spreadsheet to the Patreon page so that anyone who is contributing financially can see exactly where money's coming from and where it's going to. I'm going to get the e-commerce working properly. We did get it set up this month prior, but it's had a lot of glitches. Part of the research and development is we've sourced some incredible products that we're going to be branding that are ecologically and mindfully, sustainably created. There's some really cool products that are on their way. Can't wait to get it out there. Stay tuned for that. Hopefully this month we'll have that all up and running. Also on the website, so check in with the website every now and then, but the idea this month is to upload the new projects page. So the projects page is going to list all of the projects that we're currently, or that we've worked with in the past, just briefly go through some of the stuff we've done in the past, but also what we're currently working on and what we are working towards. So that'll be on our projects page so you can see exactly what we're all about and maybe see what kind of projects you might like to get involved in some way, shape or form, be it financial or physically involved. There's many ways that we can all connect and have a much bigger impact on this beautiful planet we call home. And also another big thing I want to do this month is launch the Wasteless World podcast. Now, I haven't come up with the exact name for that. If you've got any ideas, please feel free to comment in the comments below. The goal is to try and get that first episode launched by the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. I'm really, really excited to be able to get that going. All right, well, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about for now. I've actually got a course that I'm about to start just after I finish this video, all about podcasts, launching the podcast and everything I need to do to get it ready to ensure its success. So again, thank you so much to all those new patrons. Thank you so much to all of our patrons. And if you are watching this video and would like to support our work, there will be a link in the description that'll take you towards our website, but also to our Patreon. And if you can consider, even if it's something small, every little bit contributes and is really important for us to be able to grow our project to help more people and our environment. So thank you so much. And as always, waste less and love more. Peace out, guys.